Good morning, y'all. This is an early live today. So I want to break this down, you guys, about the stream camping. I know people is tired of this, but I was the main one talked about the stream camping or what's going on or whatever because I had watched the whole live when Daisha and Ty them was on Twitch when they was doing a stream camp. Okay. Like I said before, and I'm gonna say it again, stream camp would be not successful without CJ and Ty, Trend, and Daisha. I'ma keep it real and I'ma keep it a book. If they was not there, trust and believe me, that shit would have been a flop. I'ma keep it a book. I'ma keep it a G. It would be a flop. Messy Mosh did not know what he was doing at all. A lot of people was agreeing with Ty and CJ. It would have been a flop because I remember another YouTube was saying that well CJ mom Michelle she has was saying that because she had her people on her panel, and I heard her said that everybody was looking for CJ and Ty, which they was, because I was listening to they stream camping Ty and CJ them. Everybody kept asking where Ty at, where CJ, where Ty at, where CJ, where Ty at, where CJ. A lot of people was not looking for Messy March, John, and the other people, Chicago, all the folks. They was not stunning those people on there. Okay, they was not stunning. They was only focused on CJ and Ty. If CJ and Ty was not there and they shut them, that camping trip was not gonna be successful. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. It would not be successful. Period. At all. Let's make that clear. Because at the end of the day, like they was mad that the tension was on CJ and Ty. They thought that okay, even though we had brought CJ and Ty into the stream camping, we brought them here or whatever. Let's see if it's gonna be successful. Even though they there. That's what Messy March had thought, but no, their attention was on CJ and Ty, and then the security guard and Messy March security guard wasn't even stunning the people there. They was only stunning CJ and Ty when CJ got hit with that with the BB and those boys or whatever was doing that because it was Trend fault because she the one told them to do that. But Messy Mind so called said that it was meant for him or whatever. Then he said something about the RV, and it did not make any sense because even Queen Naja sister Tina had said that about the RVs because she was mad about the RVs and the other people was mad about the RV. She said that everybody should be sleeping in a tent. But at the end of the day, that's Messy March event. Okay, he the one talked about the stream camping since June or July because people were saying that on that live when they was commenting. Okay, and somebody had said it on they live. I think her name Tadero. I don't know if I'm mentioning her name right, but she be on TikTok. She was explaining it. So it did not plan that good because they could have gave it by a couple more months to set the stuff up because mind you, they should have won had bought the tents. She had bought the tents. She said that the tents was $600 each and she was fair to get it washed. You know what I'm saying? And so they was finna do the stream camping next year because Quick, her baby daddy. What's up? My bad, y'all. Hold on, let me turn this down. Let me turn this off, y'all. So that was the thing. Quick was saying that it was sponsors was hitting him up. They thinking that the sponsors had hit them this year, and I'm glad that Daisha had to clear that up, cause Daisha like no, they said it's gonna be for next year, cause they was talking about the cooks, the chefs had wanted to come to do the stream with them, help them cook and do all that, the t-shirts and all that stuff. And like Quick was saying that we could be making money, you know, without the drama, which is true. Like a lot of people getting tired of that drama stuff now. It's getting played out, it's getting old, you know, and people um want to see that happen, because a lot of folks say, yeah, Quick, go ahead and do that. They was telling Quick, yeah, we tired of all the drama and all this stuff. Let everybody make money and all this stuff. That's why I said, see, some people don't know how to do a business. That's their problem. Some folks don't know how to do a business. They don't know how to get along with people. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that if this camping trip wasn't happening, it wouldn't be no CJ and Ty and Trent and they shit on that bitch. I'm gonna be for real. Because at the end of the day, Messy Maj could not hold that weight on his own. People telling Messy Maj, oh, do it yourself this time, man. Don't bring CJ and Ty and they shit them. It's not gonna be successful. So if he do it alone by himself, nobody don't know them like that. Only thing they know about Messy Maj is on TikTok and Kick. He just started his Kick. So, at the end of the day, like people doing all this talk, don't know what they talking about. Because at the end of the day, I watched that whole clip of the stream camping, and when I tell you it was so much drama on there, they was drinking, and Chicago, she was the one started mess with CJ and Ty. You don't get like Papa Taylor said, you don't get in a grown man's face, which is true. You don't get in a grown man's face. A lot of folks were saying that, but people should not get in CJ's face because he's a grown man. But Chicago kept antagonizing it. She kept on getting that man's face and Ty's face. She was starting to mess with a lot of people. She was drunk. At the end of the day, y'all getting mad at the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. Like I said, man, that camping trip would not be successful without CJ and Ty and Daisha and Trinity. I don't give a fuck. Nobody say it's the truth. It would not be successful without them. You know what I'm saying? And that's why somebody had told Daisha, like, look, you need to do your own camping stream. Somebody had told her that. Because a lot of people had hit her up, and I'm gonna be for real. Like everybody else said, Daisha was the best host. Which she was. She was the best host. Messy Maj, he was not so good. And then they was focused on the interview of the stream camp and all the stuff, and then it was a lot going on. Then Spider, she had got somebody hurt on them golf carts and all that stuff. And Messy Maj said he paid for those golf carts or whatever. But he did not set the rules down. Just like I said the other day, he did not tell the security guards how to do their job. He did not tell them that, look, hey, I need you to make sure nobody ain't fighting on the trip. Make sure ain't nobody drinking or do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because when you go on these trips going out of town, because they was in Tennessee. You get what I'm saying? They was at Tennessee doing all this weird stuff because Daisha told them like, "Hey, y'all gotta stop doing all this wild stuff." They was not hearing Daisha. They was still doing their own thing because they feel like, "Oh, we don't gotta listen to Daisha because this is Messy Maj event." You know what I'm saying? Even though she was the host, and both of them was the host, but one of the hosts was not even not giving people direction what they need to do, because I did not know. I found out that Ty was I found that Ty was the host also. I did not know that Ty was the host and Trent. I didn't know all three of them was the host. I just thought that it was gonna be Daisha and Messy Maj was going to be the host. And I thought that, you know, Trent and Ty was going to be the cast members. That's what I thought it was going to be. Okay. But four of them was the host. But it did not fit well. And a lot of folks, and I agree with a lot of people were saying about the campus strip could have been better, but it didn't, you know? So at the end of that, like I said, people just don't know what they're talking about. So this came out 13 no 12 hours ago. So I'm gonna let y'all listen to what they had said, and then it said Daisha Taylor addressed Messy Maj continuously bashed her online about the camping trip. That was 2 days ago, but I'm gonna let y'all listen to what the girl had said, cause a lot of folks talking about it.
If you wanted half of the stuff from Deja, you should have put your big boy boxers on and pants on and opened your mouth and said that. Yeah, you're mad about the fact that a lot of people saw Deja as more of a hospitable host, as a great host than you are, and that they're leaving you out. But as an equal leader and host, why didn't you step up and say what you wanted and what you needed? You wanted Deja to do that. Why? Because you saw her more as the leader as well. That's why you're offsetting the responsibility of, dividing the stuff up to her. How are y'all equal partners and equal hosts, but you're putting the responsibility on who separates the stuff out on her?
Exactly.
You should have said that when everything ended. Okay, Deja, let's put the stuff out. I'm gonna take half of this. I'm gonna take half of that. Blah blah blah. I think it's so wild that you're trying to use that as a reason to dogpile on her and to try to be upset with her because you're mad that other people found her to be a better host and partner than you were. And my
clock that T, because that's the truth. He got mad because everybody said that Daisha was the best host, which she was. So somebody come and said he didn't even have a room in his car for the stuff. Exactly. Because let's make this clear. Let's clock this T. Because you gotta understand, Daisha had a spinner to put all that stuff in the car. Messy Mouse did not have enough room for his car, which is true. How the hell you gonna put all that stuff in the car and you don't even have enough room? They should have one had all the space because she had brought her spinner. Now, if they should not brought her spinner truck, and I'm gonna be for real, and some of these folks are stupid on this TikTok. I'm gonna be for real, cause they felt like they should have bought a truck and a rental. Okay, yeah, she bought a rental or whatever, and I'm about ready to use that rental, which they didn't. Okay, boom, bam, but they used the spinner. Okay, now let's keep it a book. See, Messy Ma think that he was fit to make Daisha Taylor look crazy out here in these streets. No, a lot of people are peeping it about Messy Maj. a lot of folks peeping that he's blaming everything on Daisha, and everybody see it BS when it comes down to Messy Maj. People is peeping that shit. Okay, people is really seeing in it. So somebody said he was really coming up with a ridiculously reason to beef with her. Exactly, because it was jealousy. Because he mad that Daisha was getting more attention than him. So it said exactly along with everything else that was said in that video. Somebody said, which makes no sense. Right, he just wanted to beef with them. He's making himself look crazy, which is true. He making himself look crazy. Somebody said that. He he set this up so he can beef with people. That's what Messy Mouse do. He like to beef with people. Just like yesterday night, he was on live with Yaz. And I'm gonna be for real. And I'm glad I'm talking about this because he was doing that same shit with Yaz. He so called said that Yaz had stole his chain or whatever, but she said she did. Okay, so now he was telling Yaz about that he supposed to be planning something. I think in Florida, in Orlando, Florida, right? So Yaz said that why is you telling me for if I'm not invited or whatever. So now he trying to do another series, even though it's not gonna be successful at all. Just like the Stream Camper wasn't successful without Daisha. Okay, so he trying to set up. I guess he trying to set up another series, whatever he trying to do. But my thing is, people is not buying it when it comes down to Messy Maj, because I don't want to talk about Messy Maj with Yaz situation. I was the first one talked about that. Nobody that know nothing about Messy Maj. I was the only one on YouTube talking about Messy Maj. No shade. And when I tell you Messy Maj and Yaz, when all that stuff had went on with Grip Baby, all of them, and he got mad at Grip Baby because Grip Baby had called him out on his BS. And some people felt like Messy Maj had set up Yaz about the watch and the chain. And they said they feel like they planned that the whole time. That's what people are saying. That they was planning that bullshit. So he so called say that he investigating Yaz to get his stuff back. So that's what he trying to do. And they was telling Yaz last night, no, it's a setup. He's gonna set you up. They trying to warn to her that don't go, whatever. So I guess he trying to do a series or a show or something like that. And he talking about that they should get an Airbnbs and all this stuff. He said all this shit last night. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But they feel like Messy Maj and Yaz situation was fake and staged. Some folks were saying that while back. They said that it was a setup. They felt it was a setup, and they felt like that Messy Maj and Yaz had planned this whole thing about the watch and the chain and stuff. When they said something about she had stole out his car, they said it feel like that they set that whole thing up. That's why they said Messy Maj is so messy, and he's known for being messy. Nobody don't even know Messy Maj like that until the Taylor girls. Let's clock that T there. Nobody did not know nothing about Messy Maj, because I did not know nothing about Messy Maj either until when Ty them started collaborating with him. I was like, okay, so this is Messy Maj. This is the one who being messy, like to start stuff with other people, blase blase. But now, like somebody said in the comment, that Messy Moss trying to beef with Daisha and tie them, which is odd because, like I said earlier, that string camping would not be successful without them. I'm just gonna keep it a book. It's not gonna be successful with CJ and Ty and Daisha them. That shit was gonna be boring and ass. No shade. So yeah, at the end of the day, like I peaked that shit when it comes down to Messy March. He's fake as hell. He's phony. Okay, somebody said it ain't Daisha's fault that she has the main. Sorry, hold on. Somebody said that somebody was crying. Hold on.
Quit all that talking, you ain't saying shit.
I'm not finished to this song. Somebody said this is all he been doing since he got back. Somebody said in the comment, he gonna be more mad at Daisha because of other people now. Somebody said, mind you, nobody was even thinking about a camping string until Maj invited all of them next. Somebody said in the comment. Somebody said how embarrassment that they came up with it and they should outshine him by simply being herself. Exactly. Boom bam. Exactly. Somebody said not they should fall. He should have done more. Right, because he didn't do the cooking on the trip. He did not do he didn't do none of that shit. Everybody had ate Dacia's food. Like Dacia said the other day, she didn't have to cook that food. Everybody could cook their own food. So we're gonna get to that part. Somebody said facts. How you gonna get mad at Dacia because she was trolling the traffic? And mind you, he wasn't even mad until the people started calling it out. They was calling his BS out. So I said, Dacia planned the event months ago. Somebody said in the comment. And if Dacia did, she needs to get a trademark of string count. No shade. Somebody said I like both Messy Maj and Dacia, but I don't think she enjoyed herself because she had to fuss them like they were her kids. Right. She did better. She wasn't even enjoying herself because she had to tell these grown people to how to act, and they was not acting on the trip right. Just like Papa Tater said, he said that it wouldn't be no play fight. It wouldn't be none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because Messy Mosh the one fucked everything up because he did not know what he was doing. He bad at business. No shade. Which he was. He was not doing the job he was not setting the event properly. Just like he did not even what I'm gonna say, just like he did not get the security guards to let them know how the trip was gonna be. He did not set everything right. He did not set nothing right. And I don't care what nobody say he didn't. So here go Dacia. This came out 2 days ago. Hold on, y'all.
At the end of the day, we came together. Everybody got their money. Everybody left. Everybody got home safe. That's all I give a fuck about. And I did my part as a host. I did my part as a curator. I did my part thing, and that's that. That's it. Nothing else to talk about. If Marge don't want to participate with it no more next year, we don't got to do it. Marge can do him a messy Marge camping stream with a camping trip link up thing, and then I'll just do me a Jason Taylor or fucking Taylor Girls fucking camping stream another next year. We don't have to do it together if it's just too much. It's just too much. He can do his shit, go back to doing whatever he's doing. If me and him decide to link up on some other shit, we can do that, and that's that. It's not that big of a deal. He got a platform, I got a platform. We all either way, whether we do it together or separate, it's still gonna be what it's gonna be regardless. So I'm not
Fact station, right.
wrap it up. Being drug out for no reason. Shit over. End of the day, we came together on the project. We did it. It's done.
And I'm glad she said that. You know what I'm saying? Because people were saying they shouldn't do her own. Let Messy Man do his own. But I'm gonna be free. When he do his own, his shit is not gonna be successful. No, no cap. And I'm gonna keep saying that shit. Somebody said they should don't work with this man no more. Facts. Somebody else in the comments says this. It was his idea base. It don't fucking matter if it was his ideas. Somebody said, who cares who idea it was? Nobody was going to watch that shit. Hello, didn't I just say that? Wet that ass up. Didn't I just say that it's not going to be successful without the Tater girls? Period. Somebody said it. Who cares who ideal it was? Nobody was going to watch that shit if the Tater girl wasn't there for real. The F. Right. Somebody said, who gives a fuck? She made it her shit. Somebody said, period. Maj be letting his comments get in his head too much. Somebody said way too much. Yes, or a kick. They were bashing for no reason. It was insane. He let the comments get to him. They should never disrespect him. She never disrespected him. She can't control what others say. Yes, Messy is sitting on people's lives. Letting them threaten CJ anti-life is crazy. I'm gonna say allegedly, but I did hear some shit, and that was wild. Someone said really crazy, and him and Ty supposed to be real cool. They were supposed to be friends. So I said, I hope they get reported. I hope they do too. Someone said that gotta read the room. Messy is smart. I watched the whole live. It's just about him being smart or not, but his shit was not even all that. Okay, let's keep it a book. This one said, no, that's the person he always was. March was a manipulator. That's what he do. Facts. Exactly. End of discussion. The drama for what? Someone said they both complaining each other on good job. But this little clip they see is making everybody upset. They do good for their first time. They just need to stick to their inner and have a cast that will actually participate with the organization activity. It's not fair. They get them people all the way out there and then all of a sudden they don't want to do the challenges. They need people seriously about the content instead of wanting to drink most of all the day. The cast had too much free time and got bored. And that's when the mess started. So I think if it was a little more structure, it'll be way better next time. Exactly. And that's what it was. Cause I said it was a lot of drinking, it was a lot of drama, it was a lot. Which it was. It was so much intoxicated that I ever seen in my life. Like they was doing too much on that trip. And then you gotta understand, y'all by where the ad folks at, and y'all doing all this BS for no reason, doing all of that shenanigans. Like, come on now, be for real. Somebody said that's why he don't get invited nowhere. She should do the link with Terry. I don't know who is Terry. Somebody said, period. Somebody said, Maj is weird. He just keep nitpicking and complain about Daisha. It said, please don't work with Maj again. I see why Kai didn't let him in the Universal. Damn, that made hella sense. I see why Cascanet did not pick him, because Cascanet see all his BS. Exactly. Now I hope they should learn her lesson this time, that she should not work with him anymore. It was entertainment. I was tuned in. Y'all did a good job for someone said else Tim Dage. Right, it was entertainment, and I'm be for real. Day Shift and Ty them was funny. They had got the more views than Messy Much. Let's keep it a book. Messy Much said Day Shift was the reason the cops showed up to the stream. Let's listen, y'all. This came out one day ago.
The fuck are y'all so upset with me for? So when the cop walked up and said, yeah, we heard that y'all had people trespassing and da-da-da-da-da, no shade game. I just seen a clip. That's the reason why the fucking cops even came. So y'all mad at me when the fuck I'm just asking for a microphone, gang? Y'all not keeping the same energy for nobody else, but y'all got so much energy with me. I promise you, this will be my last day entertaining this bullshit. The little nitpick her cousin to sneak in.
Okay. So somebody said, wait, what was the reason? Question. They was telling some to just walk in and not pay on Twitch Live. So I said he's so emotional. So they did not have the money to get in. It said Mitch my cuss Dacia's assistant out for being shady. How long this came out one day ago?
No, she was just being shady. So no, I don't want to talk to her. So, she was being shady. She said, oh, just do the skiing trip just by yourself. So what the fuck do you mean? I don't want to talk to nobody. You can take it back downstairs. Fuck them all. Fuck up on my face. I've been letting everything fucking slide. I've been letting everything slide. I've been being fucking overly nice. I've been being cool. I've been being calm. I've been being collected. But all that little shady little shit and motherfuckers gonna put the blame, bitch, I can show y'all what the fuck really get. That shit is weird. It's weird. The whole fucking week I've been getting backhand compliments. Backhand compliments the whole fucking week. The fuck? Who you on the phone with?
Okay, so somebody said I know that he holds everything in and then expose. He needs to learn how to address the situation head on. Right. He really did address most of the issue, but EVB was so disrespectful towards him by over talking, cussing him out, then apologized, shading him, all of that. Somebody said people know that they be doing it's not his fault for exporting because that shit kept happening. They was weird. Now he weird for waiting to do it on the internet. LOL. He was messy one. Right. Now people have been shading towards him. He tired of it. Somebody said that Lamo, the person who shade people all the time, girl, please don't feel bad for him. So I said he waited until he got home to speak, but been feeling this way since the first day. Maj is never going to be on that other level because he always does the most in response to everything you let the TTS make you get into with Daisha when you didn't have to respond like, huh, I like Maj, but he never gonna change. Maj said he was going to do other projects, so why is he mad if Daisha does her own shit? The reason why Messy Maj is mad that Daisha should do her own shit because like I said before, like the stream count is not gonna be successful without CJ and Ty and Daisha them. Okay, I'm gonna say it one more time. The trip that he so-called put up, the string kit would not be successful without them. Period. He's mad because if Daisha do her own camping stream, her shit gonna blow up numbers like Ty, CJ, and all. Then he got mad at CJ because CJ said it was low budgeting. But just like Daisha said, why are you getting mad at people are saying they stop listening to what they say? But Messy Mouse was in his feelings about shit. So Wu later addressed the chat after finding out Daisha oh no, we ain't talking about that. Daisha did make a diss track. She made a new song, y'all. It said Tina speak out of what she didn't like about the trip. So I don't know if I had played this clip on my live yesterday, the other day. Let me see.
Constantly said as if $500 is not nothing. I mean, that's still half of a car note. That's still half of a bill. And don't nobody just have $500 to just be playing with. No.
And then one of the fucking hosts is fighting. Like, what the fuck is going on? The fuck?
Yeah.
So, alright, with that, the whole leaving thing, that wasn't my call. When the leaving thing happened, I was upset as a yes. But I'm not gonna give up on y'all because I like what the fuck? Like, no, we gonna still do this shit. Just because I got a little attitude where I'm arguing with somebody don't mean y'all about to end shit. I never came up with that. I never said I was gonna leave or anything. I was just upset. I never said I was gonna leave.
Now, the only time I did feel like we should have left, and I'm gonna be honest, was what the shit that happened with Jazz. I just felt like, okay, we outnumbered. We obviously not like, I didn't know Tennessee, this part of Tennessee was that racist. You feel me? So I'm like, okay, maybe we should leave. It's too much going on. But after the fact, even when, you know, Chicago and Ty fighting, it's just still, okay, we about to wrap this up. But what that have to do with us? No shade. We still paid our money. Like, you know?
Who fought?
When Ty and Chicago was fighting, you know, Daisha was just basically saying, you feel me, okay, it's time to go. It's time to wrap this shit up. And it's just like,
I feel like she only said that because, of course, it was her sisters. Because after the Jazz situation, after we prayed, it was like it was back to normal. She only was like, oh, it's time to go because it was her sisters involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I understand that. But would we have got reimbursed though? That's my thing.
But Daisha don't have the final say so. So I wasn't leaving. So it's just like, even if Daisha would have left, nobody else would have had to leave. Like, the show must continue. So I don't think Daisha was probably saying it. I think that she was upset, huh?
People roll with Daisha out there.
Oh, so yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I roll with Daisha.
Yeah.
Me and Leah did.
So, yeah, I don't know. Shit, y'all probably listen. I think she was just probably saying that because she was upset. So. Yeah. I don't think she probably just was saying, I don't think, oh, they said Daisha here. Daisha just actually said interrupt. I don't think that she just, you know, like, I don't know, shit. Daisha, you're going to have to either send like a rose or something or... something, because I don't see you.
But that's all I had to say. I love all y'all. Thank y'all so much. It was nice meeting y'all. I'm finna get off the panel now and enjoy my night. If y'all need me, just request it back.
Okay, love you too.
I didn't even know it was no panel. What happened?
Nah, we getting into everything. They wanted the reunion panel. They giving it to them. So, yeah.
Anybody catch me up? What? I'm saying what? Everybody's tagging me. I'm like, what?
So basic. Oh, go ahead.
We talked about.
So I didn't like that was constantly said as if $500.
Okay, so it said, did they forget? They should be saying that the whole trip, every occasion that happened. They should said, somebody said this in the comment. They should said that the BB guns, she said that the golf cart, she said that the fight, she said that, like, be for real. Somebody said in the comment. Mind you, she wanted to leave because EVB was literally just getting into it with each other. That ish was overwhelmed for EVB. Somebody said if y'all don't have the 500, y'all should never care at the end of the day. Somebody said, meanwhile, this coming from the MLs with the so-called money, the supporters was willing to pay that with no issue. You gotta spend money to make money. Facts. I see they all refuse to hold Chicago accountable like she did start a bunch of ish with multiple people. Bosh is the weirdest complaining with Daisha. I don't get it because she wasn't said nothing negative about Bosh. TB Daisha doesn't have the last say. Just making sure he made it to know like nobody said she did. It's crazy as else because it's literally bad because he bad because Daisha was getting the attention which I said earlier, and he wasn't as much. She was literally doing a lot, and he can't get back because people was clipping her. Bosh literally has one side beef with Daisha, okay? Somebody said they agreed, okay? It's just too much, and like Daisha said, it's over, right? Like we done with the situation. Now, Messy Mouse does not want to be what? Hold on, let's see what he said on that. Hold on. Let me see what it says. Hold on, y'all.
That you did not want on social media. So it's kind of like if you calling me saying anything we do in business retire, we shouldn't put it on social media, da da da. But you're confronting me about everything though. So it's like
It was already on social media. It was already on there.
No, Daisha. Some of the stuff that we was talking about, I said some stuff, and I'm happy I wasn't on speaker, but it was some stuff that we were talking about that did not need to be on social media. So it's kind of like contradicting yourself. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't call my phone and be like, oh yeah, don't put this. I don't feel like
y'all said I took all the shit on social media, unmuted.
No,
what are you talking about?
But Daisha, me and you already had a conversation about that.
Right.
I feel like if we're going to do this shit together, everything should have been 50-50. I've already said that. So
and I told you to come get the shit that you want to get.
Daisha, when you told Lexi told me that you said that you said that supposedly Quick left with all the shit that was in the box, right?
The beds, yes.
Right. So when I said something to Lexi, I said, so what we doing about the beds and the tents? I already knew that you said something about 2 tents I could take because you had talked to me beforehand. I already had said that. Me and you already had the tents, understood. When it came to the beds, you said for the beds, Lexi had walked up to you and said, "Yeah, what are we going to split the beds?" You said, "Quick left with all the stuff that was in the boxes, but if I want to take the stuff that's open, I can." So for one, everybody knew I didn't have no space in my car to put any of them bins in there. So I'm thinking like the boxes would have been enough space for me to take some old, some new.
She could have just took the bed. I'm saying, if you really want, she could have just took the beds out of the bin. Because that was my bin I purchased. So you was never taking the bin. You was just going to take the beds out the thing. I'm saying if y'all wanted the beds.
Yeah, that was.
But I've been told you, if we're doing it next year, it's all going to be at my building. And I told her I was going to send the tent off that I'm paying for to be clean, that I didn't ask nobody no money for, to go get the shit clean for next year. Because otherwise, if I leave it the way it is, it's going to be fucked up, molded, and everything under the sun. And we're going to be buying new shit again anyway.
No, that's understood. I understand you have to get the tents cleaned off.
So we already played that part. I put that part on my live. So if y'all want to watch that live that I had did the other day, that's on that panel, okay? So somebody said he could not deal with him. Honestly, Maj just wanted to use it on his own time. He literally not understanding, and he's been wanting to say this Daisha ain't do nothing wrong. What is his problem now? Yesterday night it was him and Rod. Now he arguing with Daisha. This man argued with everybody. Literally. But they say he's too expensive. He is. And then people questioning about the RVs. That's their RV. That's Daisha's RV they had purchased. I mean, they ain't bought it, but they had rented. You know what I'm saying? They did not want to sleep in them tents. They didn't have to. You know, people was getting mad and in their feelings because they was sleeping in the RV. So what did Mr. Mouse say some hours ago? Let's listen.
Yeah, can I say something? And I mean this with no disrespect, but anybody that you kind of see me with, I don't really want their name mentioned. So if the moderators could just ban everybody names, I would truly appreciate that. Just ban everybody names. Thank you.
Also, okay, they said he's so wishy-wishy cause why? Because some of them was shaded to him that why March was A1 genuine on the trip and people like Metro Zay coming back being weird in spite of who he helped the whole trip. He's talking about Zay and CJ. So I said disrespectful. I don't know, y'all. It's just too much. March bring the audacity to discuss where the money went. Matthew Moss confirmed that he left with the biggest check on the camping trip and says they're jealous of him. What? Now, I didn't hear this part last night. Hold on, y'all. We got to play this. Hold on. We got to play this. How though?
Watch me get jumped, play fade or not. You watched me get jumped and you sat in the back. And when I left, you started agreeing with the person that jumped me. Like you are a fucking hater. And I'm starting to see that. I think a lot of them are haters, as a matter of fact. But it gets to a point. Like I'm tired of being a villain in people's stories. I left with the biggest check, and I put that on my grandma. Watch me.
Okay, so somebody said he needs to let this go, like wrap this up. You ain't lying. Somebody said, girl, I'm doing interviews and paid one. Somebody, Miss Ma said, I said what I said, and if you dodge it, you wouldn't be responding. Pay or not, you've been more focused on the negative ish than the positive. When it was more good than bad that happened. No, you're fake and messy. Exactly. He's messy and fake as hell. Daisha should never mess with you again, and I hope she doesn't either. Somebody said the interview or not, this been dragged since Sunday, and I'm sure it will continue after the interview. Y'all got tons of praise, but you rather focus on the negative. You haven't said nothing positive about the trip. So he said that he got paid, so how's about ish you talking about? And you ain't lie, I spoke highly on everything, please. He's obsessed with drama. Somebody said, uh, hold on, what else? They did say that Ty had said something about, uh, Ty said that you and they should make the same amount. He didn't show them his full days. Somebody said. Left with the biggest check yet he's so salty. So why is he so mad he couldn't be happy enjoying his money? Instead he on here mad about nothing. He's so sassy. Okay, so if y'all had the biggest check, why y'all did I don't know if they paid some of the people that was on the stream camp But why they asking for the money? Where would the money went to? Where it went? So if y'all made all that money on stream, why y'all did not give some of the cast members some of that money, getting that money back? Now I don't know if they had got their money back or whatever, because they did pay $500. Even though people said $500 not that much, but $500 to me is a lot. But even though it was 20 people on that trip, so I don't know, y'all, but everything at this moment is not adding up. It's not. But I'm not gonna keep talking about this stream camping shit because it's played out, you guys. Like, I knew all this shit was some BS. It's BS. Cause I was the first one talked about the messy match and the camp situation. I the one had went live about it, how it went, because I saw the whole thing was the BS. A lot of drama, a lot of BS. But anyway, y'all, I'm finna go ahead and get off this live. I might be going back live later on today, or I'm probably just gonna drop a video, you guys. But anyway, I see y'all guys later on, and please like subscribe to my channel. Every time I drop a live video, short videos, whatever. But till then, guys, I'll see y'all on the next one.